Next up, we have a series of 6 startups. Can we have the slide for the first startup to welcome them? We have Yoav, founder of RiderDome, with his 5-minute pitch. Over to you, Yoav.
Hi everyone, my name is Yoav. It's a really pleasure meeting you. Over 800 motorcycles dies every day. However, it doesn't need to be like this. By the way, it means that by the end of this talk, about 30 bikers will die globally. It's sad. And why it doesn't need to be like this? Because technologies such as ADAS, or the driving assistant, were proven to be very effective in the car industry and actually dropped by 30% the crashes. So how come motorcycles were left behind? We are the first complete safety solutions for riders and fleets. When we're looking at the market, we are looking at a huge market that was completely forgotten. The OEM market with the manufacturers, the fleets, the motorcycle fleets, as well as the riders, the aftermarket market. Now, when we are talking about fleets, it's a huge market that actually grows exponentially in every city around the world, related to food delivery, logistics. Now, when we are talking about the system components, because you probably ask yourself, hey, how do you reduce the accidents? We're using Vision AI, camera in the front and camera in the back. Let's go for a ride together. So now you've got the experience of the rider, how the rider got on time, the collision alert, safe distance alert, etc. And how do we do it? We use Vision AI. So basically we have several layers. One layer is the detection of the objects in quite a challenging environment of tilting and rattling, as well as creating a unique proprietary algorithm to generate alerts that are focused on the needs of the two-wheelers on the road. Now, bear in mind that the system was tested also in different weather conditions, rain, snow, etc. And we achieved very high accuracy in all the alerts that we generate that actually are responsible for most of the dangers on the road. We're also sending all the information back to the fleet monitoring platform, and the system is used by large motorcycle fleets, which I'll talk in a minute. The fleets can see video of the ride, and even can see the rider's safety profile, so we can predict which riders are more dangerous compared to the others, based off a unique algorithm that we developed all in-house. Among our customers, so we have, for example, Singapore Post that did a very successful trial. They liked our solution, and all the new bikes that they just ordered will have our system inside, the life-saving system inside. We are running a very successful pilot with Coca-Cola in Indonesia and other fleets. In terms of working with the OEM, I'm very happy also to mention our partnership with Giken, which produced the ISO motorcycle partnership with the Lamborghini family. And this bike will be equipped with our life-saving solution. We are working with companies such as Harley-Davidson, as well as KTM. So if you're a manufacturer, bear in mind not to be left behind. So if I do a short summary, so in terms of investment, if you're an investor, don't miss this opportunity. We are seeking 500K as a bridging investment to take us to the next step. We also already have revenue and we have customers. If you're OEM, don't be left behind. And most important, if you're a fleet, definitely you need our solution, not only to protect your riders, but also save a lot of money, because those accidents also cost a lot. So it was really a pleasure, and hopefully everyone will have a safe ride if you ride a motorcycle. Thank you.
And once again, that was RiderDome, harnessing Vision AI to warn motorcycle riders with real-time alerts of critical threats. Next up, we have Asim Qureshi, founder and CEO of Orca Energize. Asim, over to you.
My name is Asim. I'm the founder and CEO of Orca, with a mission to put business sense to energy efficiency and sustainability. The greenest energy is the energy that we don't use. However, globally, we are focusing more on producing more energy rather than conserving. This despite the fact that the grids can't absorb the energy. Crossing over $1 trillion soon, the energy efficiency market produces a huge opportunity. Governments globally are putting a lot of effort into it, but despite all this, businesses are suffering and still not able to achieve energy efficiency to the goals that the governments are putting together. Some reasons are obvious: expensive audits, high capital investment requirements, and cookie-cutter solutions. This all creates a massive waste in both commercial real estate and manufacturing itself. But the biggest challenge comes from the knowledge gap and the fact that the business don't really understand what energy efficiency and sustainability means. We have conducted hundreds of interviews with businesses, governments, think tanks, and there was a common theme. Energy efficiency and sustainability is a black box. It's a feel-good factor, it's good for the environment, but what about the business itself? That's where we come in. We have a goal to make energy efficiency a profitable investment and making sure there's a right business model around it. Simply, if it makes sense, it makes sense. What we do is that we use our digital solution, use the existing data, take a very holistic approach, take the businesses to understand what kind of investments are required, a clear return of investors, package it with good financial options. And we are backed by ENGIE, with the largest green energy provider in the world. And that has helped us to actually capture their knowledge and put it in a digital solution. Technology is at the core of our business itself. We are on the demand side, where we are bringing the customers onto the platform. They're conducting their assessments. As we move forward in the year, we are bringing the suppliers on the platform itself, energy efficiency providers. And as we move on towards the year, we're going to close the gap and bring the finances and the financial system on board as well. This will enable us great opportunities for our businesses. To date, the traction, we have 300 over assessments conducted. We have saved 100 gigawatts of energy, which is enough to power 33 million cars globally. $80 million of investment opportunities are identified with the pilot customers, from Sofitels and other REIT providers to governments that are operating within the region itself. What we have seen our assessment result into various scenarios. These are some of the very common ones: energy retrofits, people asking for EV solutions, infrastructure, and from solar to financial options. All our solutions are 100% financed internally, and we work with a boot model. With the technology, we have a very balanced team of business and sales, backed by a very strong board from ENGIE itself that helps us to navigate through the solutions. Timing is short. However, I have left my details here. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and we'll be happy to answer any questions in detail. At the moment, we are raising a seed round of $2 million to help us to expand our pilots and the customers that we're working with to deploy commercially. Please feel free to reach out, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Asim. And once again, that was Orca Energize, helping businesses become more energy efficient and truly sustainable. And next up, we have Dr. Ali, co-founder and CEO of Curum. Dr. Ali, over to you.
So this is the future of mobility we all have been talking about. But there's no denying in it, but we are not there yet. Why? This is an incredibly hard problem to solve. And what makes it particularly hard is the choice of sensing modalities. We have different types of sensing modalities. We have cameras, which are cheaper and good during the day, but they do not work in the night or in the dark. They have low dynamic range. So we complement them with LiDARs. LiDARs perform well, but they cannot perform in the fog. So we need radars to complement for that efficiency. So the goal is to combine all the imaging or visual modalities and create a super image or a super sensor to cover up the limitations of the other sensors. So this is called sensor fusion, which is very important for all the autonomous features that we have been developing and seeing around. Sensor fusion, accurate sensor fusion and robust sensor fusion is very important for the safety and reliability of these systems over time. Why this is important? Because a small misalignment can make your system not perceive the environment accurately, and it can miss an object such as a pedestrian or a vehicle down the road, which can be fatal. So how is this calibration done as of today? So as of today, it's a very laborious and manual process. You need several targets and people to move those targets around the vehicle, and sometimes there's a turntable to calibrate those vehicles. But we can clearly see that this is not scalable, and it does take several hours to do only one-time calibration. So we can clearly see it's not suitable for mass deployment and also not suitable for recalibration. So this is where Curium comes in. So Curium develops fully automated time and space saving multimodal sensor calibration for autonomous vehicles to reduce that time from many hours to within minutes, less than 5 minutes. Not only that, we also embed this technology into the vehicle to perform continuous dynamic calibration. What does that mean? Is that if you have an AV and it's completing a mission from point A to point B, if something happens in the middle, you can detect it first, and then you can recalibrate then and there and resume your journey safely. How Curium's calibration technology is changing the calibration landscape. So as of today, when your vehicle is manufactured in a factory setting, the OEM performs end-of-line calibration, and after that, when the vehicle is on the road, and if something happens, then you go to an auto workshop and wait there for several hours, and after that, your vehicle is calibrated, but you never know, something can happen in the next 5 minutes. You can enter into a pothole or a fender bender, and your sensors are again out of calibration. So you cannot ensure safety or autonomous features at all times. Curium calibration technology not only can help OEMs perform that end-of-line calibration more safely and efficiently, we can reduce the auto workshop time to within 5 minutes. Not only that, we ensure that this technology runs on the vehicle to make sure that your sensors are calibrated at all times. We have a calibration platform which lets our customers, which are OEMs, tier ones, or fleet managers, to create their calibrations, perform their calibration, visualize their calibration, as well as check their historical calibration results in a single pane of glass platform. We are interested in all the autonomous system use cases, not just autonomous vehicles, but commercial vehicles as well as smart cities use cases. We believe that timing is right because August 2021 was the first time we had the ISO standard for the low-speed autonomous driving. We see a lot of public trials going on in China, US, and even in Singapore. And this year, EU is bringing up this regulation that OEM has to be responsible for the ADS performance over the life cycle of the product, which is easily 10 years. We are also, since our platform is scalable, it works with sensors wherever they are. We're also working on the sensor on the infrastructure use cases for smart factories and smart ports. We have been working with a lot of players in this industry, Society of Automotive Engineers, so coming up with these calibration standards, working very closely with Continental, thanks KF for your support, and sensor manufacturers such as Innoviz, Smart Micro, Ouster. So we're a team of 13 people based in Singapore with 4 PhDs on the team. We have multiple publications and patents filed. The problem that we are solving is that the environmental and road conditions can lead to miscalibration of the sensors. We have a fully automated pipeline to calibrate not only once, but recalibrate as well. We are already working with tier ones and AV OEMs in the automotive space, but we are also interested in the IoT and smart city space. We are present in Singapore, Germany, and this year in Canada, and we are raising our Series A. So if you're interested, come talk to us. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ali. Once again, that is Curium with calibration as a service in order to improve the safety and reliability of autonomous vehicles over time. Next up, we have Lu Wei Yao, co-founder and technical director of Flare Dynamics. Wei Yao, please.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wei Yao. I am the co-founder and technical director at Flare Dynamics. And today I would like to introduce to you Coverage Go, Smart Cities 4.0 with micro-aero robotics as well as artificial intelligence. Flare Dynamics is an aerospace robotics company established in 2014. We have 3 main verticals, including technology development, operations and application, as well as consultancy and support. We have been in the industry for 8 years now, and we have a highly experienced leadership team with veterans from both engineering and IT backgrounds. We have a successful track record, and that has allowed us to have an in-depth market and technology capability suite, as well as a global product reach. So what is Coverage Go looking to solve? Now, take a look at the building that you are in right now. Tall and large urban infrastructure or buildings are the future of our cities, but there are problems with how we monitor and inspect them today. Number one, safety. Manual inspection of tall structures is physically hazardous due to the need to work from height. Number two, cost. It is extremely expensive due to the need for specialized equipment and personnel, such as safety harnessing and scaffolding. Number three, accessibility. It is difficult to access and inspect tall and large buildings because of their height and size. Time. It is extremely intensive and time-consuming to do inspection work. And lastly, damage. The potential for expensive repair costs due to degradation and corrosion is extremely high. This is where I would like to introduce to you Coverage Go. Now, think of Coverage Go like the robotic vacuum cleaner that you have at home, just a lot smaller and capable of a lot more. I'll let the video do the talking. From start till end, this is Coverage Go. So as mentioned, think of Coverage Go like the robotic vacuum cleaner that you have at home. But instead of cleaning your floor, it's going to gather data from the world around you in a 3D space. You are looking at 100% automated remote monitoring of your complexes and buildings, 400% faster with artificial intelligence processing, and at least 150% cheaper than ever before. But most importantly, it is now infinitely safer because you are removing the individual out of harm's way. So what's unique about Coverage Go? First, the ability to operate both indoors and out is a game changer in the industry. Blockchain protection ensures that your data is always safe. Easy portability ensures that you can bring Coverage Go anywhere around the world by simply checking it in like how you would do so on a holiday. Micro-aerial automation ensures that there's no space too small for Coverage Go. And lastly, a global 24/7 health monitoring system ensures that your systems or drones are always performing at their best. Our customers have used Coverage Go in a myriad of different applications, including high-rise construction, tunnel construction, hydroelectric dam maintenance in Singapore as well as in Japan. And we are in talks to integrate our systems into industrial facilities in the Middle East. We are looking for a $2 million investment as part of our pre-Series A funding. This year, we will be advancing and enhancing our outdoor and indoor intelligence and navigation suite, as well as establishing product centers in both the Middle East as well as in Japan. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure. My name is Wei Yao, and have a very, very good afternoon.
Thank you, Wei Yao. And once again, that was Coverage Go with micro-aerial robotics to enable safer and better inspections. Next, we have Vishnu, founder of Invigilo.ai. Vishnu, over to you.
Yep. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Vishnu, the founder of Invigilo Technologies. So construction sites are huge, dynamic, and dangerous. Accidents happen on a regular basis. Just last year alone, $4 trillion was lost because of fatalities and workplace accidents. About 103 million man days were lost due to safety pauses and stop work orders. Many of these companies also faced damaged reputation, causing them to lose contracts and even going bankrupt. So what causes this? Manual inspection for such complex sites is very challenging, both time and manpower wise. Secondly, the safety learnings are always in silo. Learnings from site A are not applicable to site B. On top of this, safety frameworks are very diverse and complicated. They vary a lot from different companies. So introducing Invigilo Technologies, an AI-driven intelligent safety manager that allows safety teams to make optimized decisions and objective safety. How we do this is by integrating our patented workflow to enhance safety teams in all areas of site inspection, site audits, site monitoring, and response plans. By using cutting-edge computer vision and NLP technologies, we aim to provide real-time observations and alerts whenever an unsafe action or condition is detected on site. And this allows for early and instantaneous response plan to be taken. On top of this, we provide personalized safety findings, as well as provide intelligent safety recommendations to ensure that these kind of things do not happen again. So with this, there's lesser manpower needed on site. This results in lesser costs and more man-hours being saved. We also learn the findings and safety frameworks from various countries as well, because that's where the whole technology backbone is being built upon. And through the continuous monitoring and real-time alerts, we then can reduce accidents and save lives and provide a lot of cost savings to these companies. So we started off by targeting the Singaporean construction market size, about $300 million, following which we expanded into the C and Middle East market with a bunch of projects already live in these areas. And now and in the future, we plan to scale horizontally into the supply chain, manufacturing, and oil and gas industries as well. We go to market directly through selling to the contractors themselves or through partnerships with system integrators, technology vendors, and other forms of collaborations. We also work closely with regulatory bodies such as HDB and LTA to ensure that the market is educated about the need of such technologies. So there are competitors in the space, but with our multi-layered approach to provide an AI assistant, along with a personalized and easy-to-use platform, our users have found this very beneficial so far. So as of now, we have over 200 active nodes in the form of cameras, drones, and other types of IoT devices, providing safety and enhanced safety to about 15 different work sites within Singapore alone, and a bunch more in other countries as well. We also see a typically about 30% reduction in incident rates in all of these sites over months. So with the open API integration system we have as well, we're able to integrate it seamlessly into other softwares and other platforms, ensuring that the client uses this in the most effective manner. So right now we're on the SAP SOAR, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Procore, and a bunch of other things upcoming as well. So right now we're looking for about $2.5 million for a pre-Series A/seed investment round to further enhance the product and business development strategies as well. Comprises of 4 co-founders. We come with varied experiences in robotics and product management and design thinking. We're advised by Mr. Chai Guan, who is the ex-director of Workplace Safety Health Council, and he brings with him about 30 to 40 years of experience in consulting and safety auditing. With that, we hope to democratize industrial safety and ensure that workers come home safely every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. Once again, that was Invigilo.ai, using advanced AI and IoT to enhance safety in high-risk workplaces like construction sites. And finally, to top off the first 6 startups from the Move SG Accelerator, we have Albert Kauso, founder and CEO of HandPlus Robotics. Albert, welcome.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. COVID highlighted to us that we need more automation in the factory. But now that things have started to go back to a new normal, where are all the people? Employment rate is at an all-time high, but yet they are still missing a lot of people in factories. You cannot be a true future city or smart city if you have a lot of bottlenecks from generation of services and production. So we need robots. Where are they? And why don't we see a lot of them? Simple. Robots are not easy to deploy. I have a 65-question Excel sheet I always give to clients when they ask me, hey, help me put a robot in my factory or in my warehouse, because it's that complicated. Especially, we talk about unstructured picking, meaning there's no jigs. We need to use camera and other types of sensors and use deep learning and AI to let the robot decide what to pick, where to pick, how to pick. Okay? So we're moving to that kind of problem. Secondly, for SMEs, this is a big problem. MNCs as well. Robots are expensive. It's a capex. So, but these two are intertwined. The more complex the picking problem, the more expensive it gets. So OnePlus solves this problem by putting our technology in what we call OnePlus software engine that allows us to integrate different hardwares. So we buy off-the-shelf components like robot arms, cameras, grippers, put it together, tailor it to your specific requirement of the specific clients or factories or warehouses. With this, we can shorten and increase, we can shorten the timeline to development, which lowers the cost of the whole solution. In fact, for end clients, we offer Pick Plus, which is our standard picking solution. You can use it for picking, packing, sorting, transferring, machine tending, GTP, you name it, you can put it there. Because basically, we can help you program it the way you want it to. It comes with a robot arm, a gripper, a camera, and your standard computing system at a low cost for Singapore. We have a bigger version of that, we call Pack Plus, where we integrate everything that includes bringing the material to the robot and taking the material out after it has been picked. Because think about it, what will the robot pick? You need something to bring the item to the robot. This again comes with a low cost. It's very mobile, you can move it around your warehouse as well. We have deployed more than 15 robots in the last 24 months from manufacturing and logistics companies. In fact, with these robots, we have robots in manufacturing, in DHL. In fact, we have for MINDEF, some of the NDP giveaways in 2022 was actually packed together by robots built by HandPlus. All of this, and we even have a robot that can help in the tree pruning, because there's a lot of gardening work to be done in Singapore. So our Pick Plus can be configured into different configurations and allow our client to actually save manpower between 25 to 70% of their headcount while maintaining the current production capability. In fact, they can even increase their production because of this. Our clients come from different verticals, from logistics and manufacturing. So Pick Plus is very good for manufacturing because they have different configurations. For logistics, we have Pick Plus on top of an AGV called the Move Plus, or Pack Plus is good for them because you're packing e-commerce items. Even hospitals, because hospitals feeling the pain of the COVID and moving forward the aging population. In fact, a hospital is a factory. So you can automate a lot of back-end operations. Our channel partners include robot makers and system integrators. We get their business from them because they are the ones that approach the clients and then tell us, hey, Albert, help us build the solution for these clients. We work with financing companies as well to help the clients get over the problem of CapEx. HandPlus has 4 founders. All of us are robotics people. More than 50 years of total robotics experience among all of us. We are experts in robot motion, computer vision, and everything. So we can build almost any picking solution that's needed. HandPlus started officially in 2018, full operation on 2020. We opened our office in Malaysia last year because we realized Singapore and Malaysian economies are complementary. So there's a big market here, and this is our starting point to conquer the Southeast Asian market. Our competitors are actually overseas. They're not here in Southeast Asia, so we have this whole playground to us. We're currently raising a 2 million seed round in order to grow our market, as well as help bring more robots to our clients. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Albert. Once again, that was HandPlus Robotics, making unstructured picking finally a reality.